All right, guys, good morning. Welcome to the live. Christmas Eve today. We got a live. New York is open to about 12:30. So literally New York is going to be closing in a couple of hours. Markets are going to be closed. Manipulation is all around us right now in the New York session. Pumping, dumping. But here's the thing. We haven't broken this channel yet. So if we're looking at Bitcoin right here, we can see we keep on filling the liquidity gaps right here. Nothing is really happening. Okay. Shout out to Argil. Thank you for coming on our YouTube live. Dark Scheme, Crypto-rific. Shout out to you. But I'm in a long, guys. I'm in a long all day. Okay. All day I'm long in this. Why? Because I keep on seeing we go down to the bottom over and over again. We're filling the discount low. And I'm picking up that long liquidity right there. And you know what? If we end up breaking, we end up breaking. But here's the thing. The 4-hour is completely oversold. So even the MACD is going down on the 4-hour time frame. We are completely oversold. Okay? So we keep on picking up that discount low. New York keeps on manipulating right there. If you go the lower time frames, we're closing above the body wick. The candle is closing with the wick right here. Okay, so now if we go to the 4-hour time frame here on Bitcoin, right? If we go to the 4-hour time frame here on Bitcoin, guys, we can see that our Bollinger Bands are wide and we're overbought. So, I mean, oversold. So what I see right here is that I'm in a range. And we keep on talking about this range, guys, but we are really in a range. We're not really dumping or pumping. When this 4-hour remains at the top and gets to be overbought, then things are going to start dropping again. But as of right now, we're going to play this range into Christmas. And we keep on looking at a pump maybe before Christmas. Well, that is very likely right now because we have a double bottom. Even though we have this head and shoulder, we're trying to play out the head and shoulder. But the head and shoulder, we're probably not going to break it because now the 5 minutes oversold. And you're seeing the 15-minute almost oversold here. And that would take us back to the top for that 95K target. Now, do I think we'll break 95K? I don't think so. There's a possibility we do. But as of right now, we are just playing the channel. So I'm long. You could hypothetically short that on the New York Open down to the bottom. But I am definitely long. And I've been long since last night, really. Nothing is really happening. New York closes today at 12:30. So, guys, hit that like button. This is a morning Christmas Eve crypto live. And all we're doing is looking at the market, looking at our areas. Bitcoin is the star of the show here. I will go over Chiliz for sure, but it does look like we are going to have a mini pump in the market in crypto. Now, if we look at total 3 and the total crypto market cap, guys, is anyone in any trades right now? You guys just sitting back waiting for the market? I'll go over Chiliz too. I know a lot of people probably want me to go over Chiliz. I'll do that. We're still rocking and rolling on that one right now. But the reality is Bitcoin is New York doesn't take no New York is insane. New York is just manipulation. That is it. Just manipulation. There's no rhyme or reason for New York. Just liquidate everybody. which isn't a bad thing because that means we have volatility and we want volatility. Made a bit of money in the short last night. Yeah, we're dropping. We're going to drop, but the reality is we're just really ranging, right? So only way I'm getting out of my long is if we break 86K and we back test this area right here. Then I'll be going big on a short, but even then I'm going to wait till that 4 hours overbought, right? That 4 hours just showing me that we're going to go up. We're most likely going to have a Christmas pump. Most likely. Okay. Thomas, how you doing? Olga, how you doing? Tips, how you doing? Argil, thanks for coming on the live. You're always here. Appreciate you. So, guys, the market's so easy to read at the moment. It is just stupid. It is so easy to read. I say that, and then we're just going to dump to 80K right now. No, but really, really easy to read. So we looked at total 3, and I went off of it. But you can see that total 3 is in an inverse head and shoulder in the 4-hour time frame. That'd be crazy if we broke out of the downtrend during Christmas. I don't know. I don't know if that would happen. I don't see that happening. But we are very, very oversold, which is... I don't see us pumping out of the channel. Of course, anything could happen here, but there's a possibility total 3 just keeps on going sideways like it is right now. Right? So kind of like that and then break. But you are ranging at the resistance. Like if I was to look at this as a normal channel in a non-bear market, I would say we're pretty close to breaking out. We're so oversold. 4-hour golden cross coming up. But I see the 18-hour dropping. So it looks like we are going to go sideways in this downtrend channel until Bitcoin's overbought in the 4-hour time frame. And then if we look, I'm going to set an alert right here, though, about 8:47 just to see. And then we are below our channel right here, guys. So we're below this support, if you will. So what crypto would have to do for this to become even relatively bullish would be come outside of here, back into here, and pump. And then even though that would be a possibility, we could pump to 927 on a Christmas pump. However, we still have that resistance right here. So there's a lot of variables for this to break out if it wanted to. But I don't see us breaking out. Of course, anything could happen. Maybe we break out for Christmas, come up to that resistance, and then drop and fake out. But that 4 hours very, very oversold. And that's kind of what's happening. I don't see us going bull market, I'll tell you that. In Christmas, I don't see it happening. If we're below this previous high around 8:45, we're in a downtrend. So I added more to my long, guys, on this drop. And we'll be oversold right here. 1 hour is oversold, but the 1 hour broke out. 1 hour definitely broke out. It's the same thing with the total overall crypto market cap, right? So the total overall crypto market cap, it's the same thing. Your inverse head and shoulder in the 4 hour. The 4 hours completely oversold. The 1 hour is overbought. Technically, you broke out. Same song and dance. We're just going to go sideways unless we actually break out. But even if we break out, I would expect it to tap out around this high right here, around 3.16 trillion. If we did. It's pretty crazy, though, how we're at the 4 hour oversold, literally at the resistance on 2 inverse head and shoulders on the 4 hour time frame. So let's see what's happening here. One guy, how you doing? Appreciate your support. Okay, I will go look at Chiliz, guys, for you guys, because I know I've been very somewhat bullish on this. This is going to break out if Bitcoin just chills out. If Bitcoin could chill out, maybe pump a bit, Chiliz is going to break out. You can already see right here that we broke out on the 1 hour. We broke out on the 1 hour here. We're in this bullish pennant now. We're in this rounded, we're in this bull flag now. We just need Bitcoin to have some chill, because if Bitcoin could have some chill, this is going to start moving up. All right. For those of you just tuning into the live, guys, I'm in a Chiliz long, I'm in a Chiliz spot trade, and I'm in a Bitcoin long. Okay. Bitcoin long, and Chiliz spot and Chiliz long. But basically here, you can see that this should pump up to the top of the channel here around 0376. If it breaks 0376, it'll pump to the top around here. But it won't do anything until Bitcoin could just calm down. All right, we're going to keep ranging inside of this channel until Bitcoin calms down. It's very, very tough to be in a long, guys, or a spot trade. Low leverage. This market is taking no prisoners. And we can see we're just in the manipulation phase. However, we are oversold on that 15-minute time frame. So if I'm rocking along, I'm potentially rocking along to the top here around 90,002. Has to be market maker. I'm still tracking that 2025 Q1 fractal replay. There you go. Right? New York is just a fun time to trade, because New York, we get that volatility. Like, guys, I'm very bearish, okay? I've been bearish because of the downtrend, but why the heck would I be bearish when I know we're just ranging in an area, right? I want to fill that area one more time. And these Bollinger Bands still have a bit more room to tighten on Bitcoin. So we see a bit more consolidation than anything. Technically, you can even get rid of this channel. And if we go to the top here on Bitcoin, If we go to the top here on Bitcoin, for those kind of just joining the live, we're just really sweeping the low and sweeping the high. That is it. Tokyo low, New York high, London low, London high. Now we're getting close to the top of the channel, guys. Okay. We are definitely getting close to the top of the channel. So I would say that where you kind of want to vacate, where you want to short or vacate would be below this low right here. If we break this low at 86.4, that is your discount low. And then you are definitely dropping down to about 84, 83-ish. If we break this low right here, because we're kind of at our equilibrium support. Here you can even see on the 4-hour momentum is negative and falling. Like we're not bullish, but we're kind of looking at this range right here. So until Bitcoin breaks this area right here, which is really 86.3 to 86.4, 87, until you break that range, nothing's really going to be happening too much. But I will say, guys, if you are going to go long, you're going against the trend, right? So I said this last night. The MACD is completely dumping on the 4-hour. Typically and hypothetically, you should not be longing this. You should be waiting for Bitcoin to pump and then come back up to the 4-hour overbought, or wait for Bitcoin to go sideways, the 4-hour overbought, and then you're shorting. Because if you think you're going to long and make a lot of money in the downtrend market, this MACD is going to bring you down. All right. I'm just trading the direction for now. And then once we become overbought, or once we break support, we drop, right? And then we're going to go with the MACD direction. Olga, BTC is coming down at least to 85.9. I see a lot lower, but yeah, for sure. 85.9 would be definitely a good area. But if you tap this liquidity, you're absolutely right. 85.9 would be right here in this region. So yeah, definitely. So about 85.7 to about 85.9 could be another possible tap. And we could even come back down to here, but it all depends, right? What this means, guys, is this wick right here is a flash wick. Typically, they're going to go for that liquidity all day. But this discount means that on this potential time frame, Bitcoin is at a discount. This weak low means that this is a very weak low. So this can potentially be broken very, very quick. All right. We're just waiting for that 4-hour, guys. Once that 4-hour becomes overbought, the drop is going to be astronomical. Hopefully that 4-hour can be overbought anywhere around 89 to 90, because I would love to pick up a really nice short. Is anybody still longing Chiliz or in a spot trade, guys, on it? Just curious. We'll see how many people are scared of this market. 85.4 is the liquidity price. There you go. XRP. Okay, someone said they were looking at XRP. So how's everyone doing today, guys, on Christmas Eve? Any plans for you and your families today besides being on Crypto Live? By the way, I really appreciate all of you being on this Crypto Live today, guys. It does mean a lot. So XRP is just ranging here above the conversion line. So if XRP is ranging here, I wouldn't really trade it, but after it breaks this area here, 179, it could drop all the way down to 151. One guy, what is Chiliz? Well, it is a trade that has broken out and potentially could fly if Bitcoin could just calm down. I'll go over it a bit and again. I'll go over it in a bit once we go over the large caps. Been a great day so far. Made $80 so far today. There you go. Consistent trading. So if you guys are looking at Chiliz and kind of holding it like I'm doing, again, guys, we're in a downtrend market. We're not bullish, but this potential trade actually broke out. So I'm in a 3X and a spot trade, mainly 3X. And basically, it broke out already, okay? So you can see it broke out. There's no fake out here. It faked out here, and now here. So it definitely broke out. 4 hours moving up. It broke out the macro time frame in a bullish flag with the 4 hour going up. So I'm a 3X trade. Let it bounce around in this channel. I wouldn't even put a stop loss. I'll be, well, yeah, okay, maybe. So below here probably, below the 200 SMA. And I'm waiting for this to, I'm waiting for Chiliz to hit the top, okay, which will be good money. But if Chiliz breaks this bullish pennant and bull flag at this point, instead of bullish pennant and a bull flag, it will hit here. Okay, if we go to the 18-hour time frame, though, guys, this is going to be a really profitable trade. You look at your next resistance on your time frames here. On your daily, I mean, okay, even right now, Bitcoin's calming down a bit and Chiliz is recovering, right? We've got from here to here, you've got key resistance around 4.7. The top would be about 5 cents-ish, so to speak. So low X leverage trade, spot trade, and it did backtest the daily and 18-hour breakout here, and you can see that it's backtesting the support. If Bitcoin could calm down, there's a possibility that this will just take off and run. And by calming down, I don't mean dumping or pumping, I mean ranging. If Bitcoin's pumping, then there's a real big possibility this will fly. But you've got your resistance here about 0.37, so that's kind of what we're looking at. Normally, I would be shorting this all day if I seen a head and shoulder. You don't see it on XC futures. It's CHZUSDT. So you go to TradingView, CHZUSDT.P, and then it is right here, CHZ. I found a good one if it actually holds the breakout, right? If we look at X, I like to look at x.com sometimes because people post charts, and I like seeing other variables, guys. But if we go to x.com, and we look at this chart from this guy right here, that is a falling wedge breakout on the macro, and that could target for like 8 cents or a lot higher. This is actually one of the only coins that is broken out of a macro time frame. So sometimes if you guys want to backtest something and see another chart, go to x.com and look at what people are posting, and you can see it is breaking out of a macro downtrend. So, but the X account, if you guys want to follow me on X, is BeastX Bitcoin. Okay. That is my X account. So remember, guys, New York closes at 12:30. $12:30 today. So it's already 10 o'clock in New York. And we've got 2 more hours left in the New York session, guys. And then New York has closed. So we've got 42 minutes left on this 4-hour candle. If you're just tuning in or you've been on the live for a bit, guys, again, we're waiting for these Bollinger Bands to tighten, okay? Give it a couple of days. These Bollinger Bands will be 100% tightened. And we're kind of just waiting for that to happen, okay? Once these Bollinger Bands are tightened, the 4 hours is going to be overbought. And that is it. We're going to make a lot of money off this short, a ton of money, but you got to get at the short at the right time. It definitely looks like we're going to get a bit of a Santa rally Christmas pump. Maybe not on Bitcoin, but definitely on altcoins, because if Bitcoin ranges a bit, altcoins will move. So Solana's in a head and shoulder inverse head. Everything's in an inverse on the 4-hour. Oversold on the 4-hour time frame in an inverse head and shoulder pattern. So if I'm looking at Sol, I wouldn't even go to the daily channel because this is pretty much about to break out. But I would say Sol can pump to about 133-ish. If we look at our liquidity gaps, oh, look at Chiliz starting to move up here. It's a beautiful candle. We like to see that candle. I love to see that candle. All right. Anyways, Solana. So Solana has a lot of resistance here. It's really tough for me to say long Solana. Like, sure, it is probably going to pump back up to 1. Let me see. Yeah, so Solana breaks out this region right here. You're most definitely going to pump to at least around 128, 129. The problem I have with Solana is there's just a lot of support in this area, which means I don't know how quick this will pump, but hypothetically, you could be looking at about 133-ish. Bitcoin just has no chill right now. Bitcoin is just ranging sideways, right? So looks like we're going to go back for that liquidity and again here on the 4-hour close, possibly. Let's see what Bitcoin does. So if we go to the 1-hour time frame here, we could drop back down to 86.4. In this range, New York just going to look at my stop losses here. Let me move that to 86,000. Now, I'm not on a crazy lot size, guys. I'm on a low lot size. So you'll be able to see here, like, I'm only down $50 on my trade, which I'm okay with. But yeah, absolutely, this does look like it's going to crash and burn. However, on the 4-hour time frame, we're just really looking at a range. So we come down double bottom here. That wouldn't be a bad thing either. If that happens, I would say we could drop down to, where is that? Let's go look at the 5-minute. Okay, so we're tapping that again, pretty much exactly like Olga said, right? We're tapping this. We keep on going for that wick liquidity right here. We're touching these wicks. I want to mention something too, is typically when you get wicks to the downside, whatever time frame you're going on, guys, you're usually so-called bottomed in that little range. Not always, but usually. So we have a wick here. We have a wick here. We have a wick here. So the more Bitcoin keeps on pushing down to this wick, yeah, there's a possibility we dump like right now to whatever it is, 83K. But more often than not here, we're just really going to just bounce up and down and try to fill that wick. If we break this, though, then you could just drop and form bullish divergence as well. So you have that bullish divergence on the 5-minute if you break that prior low right here. I'm loving this momentum, though, because this is a lot of volatility momentum. A lot of volatility momentum, guys. The market is just printing volatility, which means that it is very, very easy to make money in this market. Even now, the 15 minutes is completely oversold, right? So being that the 15 minutes oversold, you can kind of see that pushing down to this area over and over again. It should bounce up. Should. Might not, but it should. And you've got the 1 hour oversold here too, the 1 minute. Not that that means anything, but all right, we've got 5 minutes left on this 15-minute candle on Bitcoin here. Redrawing the channel. redrawing the channel, because remember the channel was right here, guys. We need to redraw that channel now down to here because Bitcoin closed a wick right here. So a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but I've seen few people draw parallel channels and then they go for the short. I'll give you guys a little TA lesson. They go for the short and they see it breaking. They're like, oh man, we're going to short this down all the way to 82K. Sounds really good. But channels and trend lines are meant to be broken. And then they see Bitcoin bouncing up and now they're freaking out because it's faking out of the channel. Well, pretty simple. You just redraw the channel, right? Just redraw the channel and you'll be kosher. Now you're going to see that this wick is lining up with this wick right here. This wick is lining up with this wick right here, which is a true double bottom, okay? And if that double bottom played out on Christmas, that could break 90K, but we'll see, we'll see. Again, guys, update, I'm in a long. I'm down a bit right now. That is okay. And I am in a long and spot trade on Chiliz, just to kind of give you guys an update. Doesn't matter if the market's not dropping. I'm not going to suddenly exit my long. All right. Thomas, you should be fine, but I would set a stop loss. I would not get liquidated. There's no point in getting liquidated. You can literally set a stop loss to 85.9. Trust me, guys, liquidation does not make you money in this market. If you think the market is not going to get you, I've been there so many times. The market is going to come, introduce itself like a beautiful something, I don't know, beautiful waterfall or something, just give you hope, give you maximum hope, and then just red is going to pour. That's the best way I could possibly say it, right? And if you guys are following my trades, guys, understand that I'm being very, very risky right now. This is a downtrend market. So, but now we have a better wick right here. So we have a much better wick in this region right here. Slack looking at about 91. Yeah. Yeah, very, very possible. I know we're in that head and shoulder. Also, very possible 90,005. We just play the range because, again, we're in a macro range. I don't know if 91 will play out, but I do see us coming back up to at least 90,005, at least. Might not happen. We could hit the top here around 88.1. New York is really trying to fake everybody out, guys, before this Christmas day. You could say thank you to New York because I see the writing on the wall. The writing is absolutely on the wall here. Not saying we're going to pump, but the writing is on the wall. Let's just say that. At least with the 4-hour time frame. Okay, let's take a gander at Ethereum. Hustle harder than you, clear shorts, clear long, and then pump when everyone is demoralized. Yeah, like I said, the writing is on the wall pretty much. I'm not fazed by price action right now. I kind of see what the market is doing. Now, if Bitcoin was overbought in the 4-hour, I'd be saying something else for sure. So ETH is doing the same thing, just riding the downtrend. Ethereum is just riding the downtrend, guys. Not really doing much. It is about to break this trend line right here. Remember, we broke the trend and now we came up and we kind of reversed here on Ethereum. We're about to have a tweezer top on the 18-hour. Ranging sideways and a head and shoulder possibly on Ethereum here. So I'm not seeing much on ETH of anything. Like if Bitcoin comes up, we're most likely gonna move up on ETH, but the most I can see ETH going up to is that previous high here around 3,000 if it does, because we're in a macro downtrend. There we go. We're already back at 87K, right? We're back at 87K. So it's pretty easy to see what the market is doing. One more thing too, guys, is we've seen Bitcoin break out, right? Here was the breakout on Bitcoin. So this was a downtrend breakout right here. Now we just kept on going sideways, sideways, sideways. All I want to know is Chiliz going to skyrocket? That is it. Tell me Chiliz is going to skyrocket and I'll be a very happy person. Looks like it. Looks like it if Bitcoin could have some chill. We're very close to the top of this 1 hour time frame. What about near? We'll take a look at near too. Yeah, we definitely broke out on Chiliz. So now we're about to come to the top of the RSI, and that is when you'll get more volume for sure. Okay, near. Yeah, near is an inverse head and shoulder here. Near broke out as well. Actually, if I look at near, yeah, so near broke out as well too, guys. Keep that in mind. Near's been in a huge rounded bottom, just like ICP. But near has been looking very, very good. Guys, we've been rocking the thumbnails, like absolutely rocking them. Like, look at this. Manipulation pump. This was before the market even opened or before I did my live. The market is so easy to read right now. Well, at the moment. Okay, so near is looking really, really good at this rounded bottom support to about 314 possibly. Get me out of my 9-to-5 sharp skill. We will do that in 2026. We're going to be doing a live webinar for all of you guys in 2026. I'm just getting everything situated and together. It might not be right at the beginning of the year, but we are going to be doing a live with you guys. So for sure. We're going to be going over 1-minute scalp trading. We're going to be going over fair value gaps. We're going to be going over funded accounts, how to get prop firms to give you 100 grand, and how to follow the rules with the prop firms. All right. Okay, so what I would be doing on near, we've got resistance right here. There's a possibility near could come back down to here. I wouldn't follow the head and shoulder, to be honest. But if you do break out of this resistance here on the lower time frame, then near could potentially break that. But then you've still got resistance around $1.58. So near has a bit more ways to go, but I would set an alert here and an alert here. You look at about $1.59, and then ultimately you're looking at about $1.40. We're just very, very bearish, guys. It's really hard for me to say long anything. However, we can see Bitcoin's flattening out here for sure. All right, let's go look at some trending coins here, see what we have. I know ACT, the prophecy, was trending. I want to take a look at ACT here, because I'm going to be shorting ACT when it drops. I said when it drops. Hasn't dropped. So ACT is going against the market. ACT broke out. I really wanted to get in a position on ACT, but I can't find one, so it looks like I'm going to be going for a short. So if we look at our liquidity gap blocks on ACT, pretty much after Chiliz, guys, I'm only looking for shorts. That is pretty much it. Or if I'm in a Bitcoin long besides that, but okay, so ACT is approaching the high here. We've got a premium high here on ACT. 3-day is looking pretty tapped, about 8 cents. You did break out. You broke, man, this would have been a very nice entry right here. That would have been a beautiful entry. But I can see ACT pushing up to around 8 cents-ish. Would I long it there? I'm not sure. Probably not. I don't know. Definitely around 4.8. Yeah, definitely around 5 cents to around 4.8. I'd be looking for rejection on ACT. If we follow our RSI here, we can see it as in an uptrend. Pennant is playing out right now, kind of. You did break that trend right here, but now I would redraw it. I can see ACT pushing up to around 5.5 to around 5.8. If it breaks this high right here, if it does, then we've got a new trend. And when it breaks this trend, it would come down. But ACT is looking very, very good. But again, I'm waiting for the short. I'm not looking for a long on ACT. I'm looking for a short. So I'm going to set an alert here on ACT around here, 5.8. Okay, what else do we got, guys? There's always money to be made in crypto. Remember that. It doesn't matter if we're dropping, pumping, dumping, whatever. You go to the top 1,000, there's always money to be made in crypto. I don't know if I'd be longing anything. I'd be waiting for shorts, but AVNT went up another 21% here. Unless something actually does just break out on the daily, then I would, but so AVNT broke out too, guys. This is maybe the one coin I would look for a position in besides Chiliz, because it did break out. And technically, if you're looking at AVNT, it could realistically pump to 329. I'm not sure if that number is realistic right now, but once this 4 hours overbought, oversold, and if we're ranging at the breakout, I would potentially look for a move on AVNT. Only if the 4 hours oversold and ranging a bit. I wouldn't get into a pump. But AVNT could potentially pump to $3 if it wanted to. SQD probably is going to 0.09. Let's see. What is SQD? Sub-squid. Okay, you're pumping a bit here. Alan, thank you for the call, brother. Love your calls. You're really spot on. $0.09 is going to be a dynamite short. Okay, so here's the thing with that. It looks like it will be a dynamite short, but here's the deal. Your resistance is here, which is about 20 cents. You broke out of this area. You are trying to break out of right here. So if sub-squid breaks this area right here, you pretty much can fly to about 20 cents. Rodney, how you doing? Thank you for your comment and your support, guys. Thank you all for being on the live today. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. Okay, so if we're looking at sub-squid, yeah, above that, above this area right here, if it breaks, you could possibly pop. It broke out of this 4 cents right here. Daily is moving up. You already broke this resistance on your RSI. it looks like sub squid could possibly pop to about 20 cents. You got some resistance here on your 3-day. But that is a long time for this. Well, that is a bit of ways for that to touch the top. Yeah, if we break out of here, guys, we could absolutely pop to about, I don't know, 18 cents-ish. D. Robinson, how you doing? Thank you. Ondo. Now, keep in mind, Alan, about that 0809 target is the conversion line. So there is going to be resistance right here, about 008 area. Not too bad, not too bad. I love to see a breakout on sub squid about here. So I'm going to set alert. I'm also going to set alert right here. Ondo. So Ondo has been quiet for a long time. There's like no bullish momentum on Ondo whatsoever. Honestly, not a lot of bearish momentum either on it. It did break right here. So it would be a good spot or a good long, hypothetically. Like you've got an inverse head and shoulder right here off that break. So this would be a good trade with a stop loss below 34. With the stop loss below 34, but if you go here on Ondo, the only thing I don't like about it is it hasn't broken out and it hasn't hit that low. It's a tough one. We did break out of the lower trend, but we haven't broken out of the upper trend. I would say it could go for there, but yeah, you could probably push up to about 44, 45. But I could see Ondo going down to about 29, 32. In the shorter term, probably going to get a bit of a pump, especially if Bitcoin is ranging. You did hit this area right here, so there's a possibility that inverse head and shoulder takes us to around 45 to 46. And I think that would be our head and shoulder target, roughly about 46 to 48. Maliam 2005, how you doing? Thank you for commenting. Thank you for your support. Orlando, how you doing? Dot looks bullish, possibly. Thank you for coming to the live, fam, and commenting. I appreciate you guys all for being on the live. All right, guys. So what are we doing here? Mon and then Dot. Yeah, so Mon is in a bearish pennant, but that doesn't matter. Remember, guys, bearish pennants are only there to confuse you, and bullish pennants, you need to actually do TA on it. Yeah, Mon broke out, which is obvious because it did bounce off the downtrend channel in the daily here. So I could see Mon going to around. Yeah, we're definitely getting a Christmas rally. I can see it happening for sure. Hypothetically, you're looking at Mon pumping to around 3-1. If it just breaks this bearish pennant that we're in. You'd be looking at about 3-2, 3-1 in that region right there. We made a lot of money off shorting Mon, guys, a lot. So I'll be looking for the short myself, but it should move up to that area off bouncing off the downtrend of the channel. Slack, no problem. I appreciate you. Dot. Wow, Dot is very low. You have a double bottom here on Dot. Double bottom on Dot. Why did I do that? I need help. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, Dot broke out going sideways. It is tough for me to say the long Dot because Dot is just very, very bearish. And you've got momentum going down on Dot. Personally, I see Dot coming down to the bottom and chasing that wick around 91. Like there's no more really support on Dot. There is, but supports are meant to be broken. However, I can see Dot pushing up to around, if this wanted to move, the top maybe $1.90, $1.80. Really what you want to do is you want to just put this area right here, your range right here. I would say you're looking at that 186. Satoshi Aoki, I hope I said your name right. Satoshi Aoki. Appreciate you. Thank you for your comment on the channel. Would I want to do a podcast? Message me, possibly. You could go to my app here, beastlimitless.com. It is completely free. Don't worry, you don't have to pay for nothing. And you could send me a message and I will reply. Or actually, you can email me at beastlimitless@icloud.com. Probably. That'd be the best thing. But thank you very much for coming on the channel. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching the live. Appreciate you, brother. All right, guys, we got 5 more minutes left on this. Thank you for subbing, by the way. I'll go give you a subscribe right now, too. No problem. Let's do that. Always willing to help out fellow YouTubers and people. All right, I'll go subscribe to you right now. There we go. Boom. All right. Yeah, 5 minutes left in this 4-hour close, guys. Five minutes left. All right, so let's get a little poll going here. Who thinks we're gonna drop and who thinks we're gonna pump into Christmas? Pretty simple. Maybe not into Christmas, but over the next couple of days. Someone mentioned XLM, and I haven't looked at it for a minute. Go sideways, 100% pump, pump, then drop. So XLM is in a downtrend. Yeah, there's a possibility we pump up to here and then just go back down. But XLM is still pretty bearish here. You're going the downtrend. You're following the downtrend to tap this wick. Like I said, guys, we're probably going to tap this wick before the market does go up. We could go lower for sure. Christoph, thank you for your comment. I think I did look at near. Hope you've seen the TA on it. Luna Classic may pump in the next couple of days. Possible. However, remember, guys, bearish pennants are here, but they don't always play out. Let's see Luna Classic. That's the tough one. Because this could be your channel, but if I'm looking at my actual wick to wick here, that would be a breakout. So where I'd be looking at Luna Classic on, shout out to Budapest, man, I want to go there. Romania, Budapest. Have you guys seen the theme park that they're opening up in Europe? Has anybody heard about it? Okay, so here's my deal with Luna Classic. Shout out to Romania. It's probably my most favorite place on earth. You got the castle there. But guys, look at this. Like, this is actually legit. There's a theme park here. They're creating whatever it's called, Dracula Land, but it's going to be exactly like Walt Disney World. Billion-dollar project, and it is going to be in Europe. It is coming to Romania. So that's pretty cool. It is absolutely going to be insane. Crazy. But Baby Genius, how you doing? Take a look at Ton. Thank you for your comment and support for sure. I'll take a look at Ton. Christopher 5360, thanks for commenting. Tass, you're from Romania. Romania is going to be fun. I want to go there. Halloween, though. I want to go there around Halloween. Halloween is when I want to go. Yeah, I don't know. Luna Classic has got a lot of... We kind of broke out, but this isn't a true breakout. So where I'd be getting into Luna Classic, I'll be real, is above here. Because there's just too much support and range right here. Above here, you can make a nice 50%. almost 50%. Did I seriously get that right? Close. Okay. Kind of broke out. It kind of did. Ton. Okay, guys, so the 4-hour close is done on Bitcoin. 4-hour close is done. We should start to get an uptrend here. Should. Okay, if I'm looking at Ton, again, bearish pennant, but we're about to break out of it. Yeah, if Ton breaks out of 152, it can pump a decent amount here. Okay, let's see what Bitcoin is doing. So Ton needs to break out that 152. Yeah, there we go. So Bitcoin is, remember guys, I'm long in the market right now. I've been long. Long on Bitcoin, long on Chiliz, spot on that. So your 4 hours kind of oversold here, creating a bit of a rounded bottom. Remember, we did break out, guys. So we broke out right here. We're just creating a rounded bottom. That rounded bottom will take us to the top of the channel. Could it take us higher? For sure. For sure. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I got for everybody today. We're going to end the live there. It looks promising that we're going to have a pump. I will do a live tonight, Christmas Eve. Sure, why not? I don't have any wives or girlfriends to answer to. So if you want to be back today, great. I'd appreciate it. If you're spending time with your families, I completely understand. There will be a live tomorrow, possibly Christmas evening. I am going out for dinner. I don't know what time. Hopefully I'll be back for the live. If not, there will be a live tomorrow. But guys, if you're not signed up for beastlimitless.com, please go do it right now. It is where you're going to get all the updates. Post your wins if you've been winning in this market. Okay? Post your charts right here. We're not going to charge you. It's completely free. Come join. Here's some star starters who have been posting and helping. Shout out to Testing, Perrin. All right. GP Sinster, Moises, all you guys. Okay? I'm from Norway and had a GF in Romania for 5 years. Let's go. I'm telling you, that's where I got to go, Romania. It is written in the cards, guys. I hope you guys really make money off this potential pump. And look at taking profit around right here, 88.1, but ultimately around 90K. Chiliz, Bitcoin. And we're just waiting for the market to do its thing. If Bitcoin breaks this wick, guys, here at 88.6, it is coming down. 86.3. It is coming down. So hope you guys have a good night, or see you tonight. Morning time still. Need some coffee. Tonight I'll be live same time, around 8 to 8:30 p.m. Okay? I may have slept in a bit today, but it's Christmas Eve. Give me a break.